During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, guys.
You're hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy. He went to girl. Now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Howdy, folks. Final show of the week here, Friday afternoon, and we are ready to commence the jiggling. It's Revenge of the Sis, Mike Sheely, Royce Lopez, the leaders of your media jihad, joining you on this Friday afternoon. I'd like to start off with something for the new fans. Mm-hmm. I like, we're getting new people. I think once a week we need
something for the dads.
I want to highlight a new fan every week, a new person who's
I like that.
in our chat room, and highlight them, if I could, with nice things.
Okay, Mike, go ahead.
All right, so who's this guy? Carmine Words
Who's that?
was a guy very early while we were coming into the break saying, he only said one thing in our chat room. Do these guys like Trump? I just want you to know right now, I do love Trump. I hate you, though. I immediately hate you. I don't know who you are, Carmine Words. I hate you. I don't like you as a person. You're everything that's wrong with this country. If you can't turn a TV show on and go, man, what do these producers think about Trump before I watch this movie? I can't go see Avengers Endgame until I know what Robert Downey Jr. thinks of our 45th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Can you just shut up for a minute? Enjoy things?
No.
Once a week, we're going to highlight a new listener. So I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we can highlight some more of you wonderful fucking day one complainers. People that just show up to a bar and immediately go, well, this sucks. This is a whole street full of bars.
Well, what we do need to do is...
Like, I hate blues music.
Right.
Can't stand it. So when I go to like a downtown area and you go to a bar and you hear, I'm a blues guy. I'm like, okay, let's find it. I don't sit there and go, excuse me, can you stop being a blues bar?
But
it's very annoying.
But if it would have been the 90s, there's a good chance Patrick Swayze would have been there. So, I mean, look, unless you don't want to
catch the cancer. So
it's not how cancer works. I keep telling you this. We've had this argument before.
Okay, well, I never touched Patrick Swayze. I don't have prostate cancer. Checkmate, bigot.
Pancreatic.
Whatever. Even worse.
That's the real bad one.
But like, you gotta do you understand that you can enjoy things? Like, we love Trump, but why is that relevant to our dumb comedy show? Do these guys like Trump? I gotta check out right away if they don't like Trump. Like, do you understand that if I had to remove all the things in my life that was produced by people who hated Trump, my media folder in my computer, I would have such a limited stock of things to watch. So I'm just enough.
Now,
enough.
to counterbalance that, I'll be good cop.
Be nice.
I wanted to do some new patrons, that have signed up, and we always in the let's see, make sure I got all the new ones. All right, so I'm going far back here. Okay, Cult Film Video. All right, Cult Film Video. Great White. James, I don't want to give your last name because I don't want your name, but thank you, James. Our buddy, Zach Passmore, is giving us $25 a month.
God damn, Zach, what are you into? What kind of crypto Jew federal thing are you into?
He's just into his lats, really, if we're being honest.
He's retarded shredded.
It's ridiculous.
He's one of those where you go, you could skip a day, right? You get that? Like, you could have one day and have a bagel.
He makes
chill.
Filipino shit look like a pussy.
You're gonna get these two fighting each
Yeah,
other?
I'm gonna try to at least stir it up.
Give them both very like very basic, like medieval weapons.
Yeah.
Like really just the most bare kind of weapons.
Like the mountain versus
brutal, simplistic weapons,
Yeah.
like swords. Ninja Turtle weapons. Ninja Turtle rules. You can pick any of the weapons Ninja Turtle.
All right, so the people are going to pick Leonardo and what, Michelangelo, I guess? Nah, nunchucks aren't that deadly. Anyway, Zach and then Ken also became a patron. So, guys, here at Revenge of the Sis, we want to thank you for your service.
Fear no danger, shun no labor, let the rise of poppies ever to arms, to arms, to arms in Dixie. Set them back your thirst, defiance, set upon the curse of lies to arms, to arms, to arms in Dixie. Against the flag of Dixie, hoo-ah, hoo-ah. Dixie's land, we take our stand, to live and die for Dixie.
Everyone's saluting in the chat, which I love. I love.
For peace for Dixie, to arms, and conquer peace for Dixie, Dixie to arms.
So thank you for your service, new patrons. Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. Link is in the description if you want to help us out. So yeah, YouTube did admit that there was an issue yesterday with everybody. PewDiePie's live views were everybody's were going down.
Yeah, I heard PewDiePie only had like 6 million people.
And that's
watching him
like
live, and
nothing for him.
It's a shame.
It
It's
is.
a shame. They did give us our hits, though. You notice?
Yes,
that, right?
they did
gave us our
retroactively
views.
give it to us, which is nice.
I don't think they were ever not tracking them in analytics.
Right.
I think it was an issue with that
The front
with
end?
the one widget that just displays the live
Right,
viewers.
right.
Because as soon as the show was over, I looked. We had like 2,600 viewers. So I was like, all right, well, we're still going up.
Okay, so the first thing we want to get into, obviously, is in the continuing saga. Joe Rogan had a fellow intellectual dark web.
I'm not familiar with Joe Rogan. He was he was
Guy
on that
who
show
was
with
into-
Phil Hartman.
He was a guy that's into the leather scene in the 90s.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. We don't know, allegedly. I've no there's a rumor. Anyway, this is Joe Rogan and Sam Harris, and they talk about the Jack Dorsey podcast. This is first off, I want to start off by saying I don't like Sam Harris.
Oh, I can't stand him. I read his book though.
Yeah.
I read The End of Faith.
Yeah.
It's one of the not a book guy.
Right.
It is one of the few books I've read.
I'm not
Actually,
a big...
Rich Woods bought me a copy.
Oh,
of,
really? Okay.
The End of Faith. Yeah.
I'm not a big Sam Harris fan. But anyway, this was him and Rogan talking about the Jack Dorsey incident. Here we go.
Good to see you.
Happy to be here. It's great.
I listened to your podcast with Jack. Let's just get right into
jump in.
the Jack stuff.
Yeah.
Because I listened to your podcast with Jack, and I found something very. When I did my podcast with Jack, first of all, was not anticipating the blowback that I received. It was stunning. But what I thought was I was just going to have a conversation with this guy, it'd be fun, see what it's like to run this gigantic network that helps people communicate. You okay, Jamie?
The words he
Helps
uses.
people communicate.
He
Helps.
says...
Greater good. I hate this guy's language. He has talking points.
He said, "You okay, Jamie?" Because Jamie sighed. By the way, that's what you missed there.
And distribute information worldwide. What is it like to start something like that up and have it become what it is? Like, how have you managed to try to keep up with it, and what have the headaches been? And
Right.
apparently, people online, particularly the people that want to comment about this, all they wanted to know about was censorship, and that was
Yeah, and by the way, if you look at the downvote ratio, that was the majority of the audience. That was the majority of the audience.
Of the alt-right troll audience.
Right, the all-right troll. That's the majority of the audience, Joe.
an issue with me. There was a question with me, but it was a far bigger question for people online. They felt like that I tossed him softball questions.
You
and
did.
that I-
No. You did.
You guys are perceiving it as I tossed softball questions because you're crazy.
I didn't
Like
press
Joe
him.
Rogan's
Yeah.
gaslighting the entire country right
Yeah,
now.
no.
And then I listened to your podcast, and one thing about Jack is very smart guy, very nice guy, but
Also
he
probably on
talks
opiates.
in a very slow and methodical way. And when you ask him a question, he takes these routes and
Oh, okay. So it's the way that Jack talked. Hey, Rogan. I'm sorry. I know people get mad that we pause a lot, but I want to make sure I get this out there. Hey, Rogan. We played the clip of you asking about Alex Jones being banned. He didn't talk in a long, methodical way. He goes, "No, I don't know why he was banned. I don't know." And then you moved on. So, again, do you see these fucking mental gymnastics that are going on? It's the way that Jack talks, actually. It's the way Jack talks. It's not me. Because I said I don't want to be confrontational. Even though I got in Carlos Mencia's face and screamed at him and accused him for stealing jokes. Even though I screamed at Steven Crowder. You don't want to be confrontational.
You'll push his friends around. He'll push the people that have lesser status than him around.
You called Eddie Bravo a lunatic on your show because of the moon. You gave a bigger blowback about the moon than about what really is going on right now, not something that happened in the 60s.
And it's not just his friends. It's anybody he perceives as lower than him.
Right.
Because he gave Owen Benjamin shit. He's not friends with Owen Benjamin.
No, I know.
And he talked to Owen Benjamin like he was telling Owen Benjamin, come sit on your uncle's lap. I'm going to tell you about social media and why you need to be a better man. Like, he would never take that fucking superior position with a fucking Jack Dorsey.
If you don't want to jump in and press him, like you're in this weird situation where he's not totally answering your question, but he's talking about the same subject that you're talking. Like, for instance, you brought up Louis Farrakhan.
Right.
Like, how is Louis Farrakhan in good standing on the platform, and someone like, fill in the blank, Milo Yiannopoulos or Laura Loomer or whoever it was, they get kicked off. He never got to that. He went around and around.
You never asked.
By the way,
that.
How wet do you think Laura Loomer got that Joe Rogan said her name?
Oh, yeah, she's probably.
I'm sorry. I just.
She's
I know
already got some guy she's not paying to snip it off the thing and put it on her channel.
And she's probably sending him messages going like, "Hey, thanks for mentioning me on the show. I'd love to be on sometime."
Just no response.
No,
it's more like she probably texted Gavin and was like, "Yeah, Joe Rogan mentioned me. You should text him and tell him to have me on." Fucking Loomer ain't got fucking Rogan's number. That ain't a thing.
Around and around with you.
Yeah.
And he recognized this after the podcast. I received a lot of blowback. He received a lot of blowback. So I contacted him, and he said he would be more than happy to come back on again and address all these things. And I said, okay, what I'd like to do is address specific instances of people being censored. And he said, okay, what I'll do is I'll bring in someone from the company that's in charge of that stuff.
Right.
I'll bring a handler. I'll bring
Also,
somebody.
it's weird the guy that we have in charge of deleting accounts, he's also licensed to practice law.
Gee, you think Joe's going to bring up the Project Veritas stuff and be like, "Hey, Jamie, play that video? What did you mean over here that you could just delete people whenever you want and you could push them down? What did you mean by that?"
You could just skim through their DMs?
Yeah.
Jamie, pull it up.
Pull it up, and the DMs stay forever? What was that about? Let's see. Let's see if he does that. So now Jack comes back this time prepared with a handler.
So I'm starting to put together a picture of what it's like to be a CEO of something as big. And he's also a CEO of Square. He runs the Cash App. There's a lot of stuff going on there, right? So he's obviously busy. How much day-to-day involvement does he actually have, and who gets censored and why they get censored? And how much is he willing to share about that? So,
But again, the Alex Jones thing, and Mark Dice did bring this up when he was screaming at us yesterday. It was one of the biggest things in the news cycle about your company. So
That's why Mark Dice was doing a video about yelling at you. J. Joe, why didn't you ask him the tough questions? He's a little riled up, that Mark Dice.
Why are you yelling at me, Mark?
It's just he really does, like you were saying, it reminds you of that Will Ferrell character where it just doesn't matter.
A little bit softer now.
You're just sitting at a funeral and you're like, it's so sad that he died. I know, Mark. You gotta
Mark,
keep it
yeah,
down
but
now.
why are you screaming
He
at
was
me?
one of the greatest presidents that ever lived. I know, but you gotta
right.
keep it down.
Please stop
We were
yelling
at a
me.
funeral. His wife is crying.
So we're going to find out in the next follow-up podcast. But I got accused of everything from being a shill to being a cuck to being and there's also an issue that you've managed to avoid.
Well, to be fair, Joe, you weren't very honest during your interview. And to be fair to the people calling you a cuck, you are literally raising a black stepchild that's not yours. Sure, some folks call that a step-parent.
Right. And some other people. Not us, but
Not
some
me.
other people.
But some people on the internet might stretch that to call you a cuck.
wisely so, of advertising. The cash apps and advertiser on my podcast. So because the cash apps and advertiser are on my podcast,
Right. The man had you by the throat.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They think
couldn't
that.
ask all those great questions that were queued up.
the reality is those are the questions I would have asked.
Right.
Now that's hard to say because no one's going to believe it. But those are the questions I would have asked.
But here's
And-
my other argument: if those are the questions you wanted to ask, then you shouldn't be the guy interviewing Jack Dorsey.
Right.
It's just how I feel. Like, if I used that analogy the other day, but like, he's dead now, so we can't really have Charles Manson. But let's say I wanted to interview Terry Nichols,
Ted
who was
Kaczynski?
the guy from the Oklahoma City bombing, right? Well, let's say I got Terry Nichols live on the show, but then I go, hey, you know what? Fuck the Oklahoma City bombing. Fuck the building you blew up. All I want to talk about is bow hunting. Let's go bow hunting live. Terry Nichols, and everybody goes, "He not ever going to bring up that they bombed a building with a daycare in it? Like
Right.
nobody's bringing this up here. They're not going to talk about his ideology or how he got it. We're just bow hunting. Okay, then maybe some people might criticize me and go, we kind of wanted to hear an interview where somebody asked Terry Nichols about blowing up kids in a federal building.
Right.
That was a far more interesting interview.
I tried not to be too confrontational with a guest, but in hindsight, I probably could have pressed more, particularly on people like Kathy Griffin, calling for doxing for the kid with the MAGA hat on with the Native American.
Sarah
There's
Young is another one nobody ever brings up. All her anti-white sentiments.
Yep.
quite a few, but I noticed that. Well, what was your experience like with it?
Yeah, so it's interesting because you and I have we had different interviews because they were timed differently. I mean, it's an interesting.
Smart guys. You notice that smart guys, they do this sometimes because, they're
Just trying
so much
to
better than
choose
you.
my words
Because, I don't want to mess up and say something wrong.
perfectly.
Fuck. God, this intellectual web is so fucking annoying. Everybody, they're talking down to you. Don't you see that? These two people think they're your betters.
See, you're of lesser stock, and you're because of your low intelligence and your lower socioeconomic backgrounds, your inability to succeed in your own dreams. It's best for us to, of course, properly utilize the flow of information to create synergy and a better user experience for us rich blue check marks. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk.
Interesting topic because this opens the door to all the ways in which our podcasts are different. I mean, you stream live. I sit on my podcast for at least a week. So, I mean, in
You're
Jack's
a
case, it was like
billionaire, and I'm an idiot author who a couple of people watch. There's a lot of difference, Joe.
2 weeks before I released it. So I did my interview with him before this flurry of interviews with him came out. I mean, there was a Rolling Stone interview. There was I think maybe a Huffington Post interview had come out, but basically there was
That's
nothing
what we
out
call
there.
a propaganda blitz.
And by the way, Sam Harris, if you want to hear his interview, and I've heard of some of it, you have to remember the part. Sam Harris asked Jack why Donald Trump is still allowed on Twitter. He's broken all these things. Why don't you get him off of Twitter? Well, not like that, but basically kept needling him, going, "Why is Trump still allowed?" Because remember, Sam Harris hates Trump. But by the way, it's something needs to be. He's never liked Trump. He thinks Trump's an idiot. But to be fair, Sam Harris thinks everybody's an idiot. So that was with him interviewing Jack. So now you have to understand the kind of interview he had to understand what's coming up next. All right, so here we go.
There, so I had no real examples of how he dealt with these questions.
Or how he talked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, slow talking is not a problem for me because I'm one of the great slow talkers. So we're in a groove there. But he, I didn't know what his boilerplate was and how he would answer any of these questions. And your podcast came out before mine did, but mine was before the Covington High School Catholic circus happened, right? So the real missed opportunity for me was just a sheer matter of timing. Like because the Covington thing put such a fine point on everything that's wrong with Twitter and the way journalism interacts with it, right? I mean, I think it was Farhad Manjoo wrote an op-ed in the New York Times saying Twitter has destroyed journalism, and it was not a crazy op-ed, in fact, after the Covington thing, and the whole, and Kathy Griffin would have been the perfect example to talk about like, why is she still on if she's calling for the doxing, right?
Yeah.
But I think I had a substantially similar interview with him that you did, because
you're cowards. Because you're cowards. Because you have a little verified check mark next to your name, Sam, and so does Joe Rogan.
I agree to disagree.
That's why. That's why. That's why. Not because of the way he talked. Not because he talked slowly and deliberately. Not because of that. Because all of you are fucking cowards.
May I have a counter argument, sir?
Sure.
When we're creating these cross-sectional platforms to help people from across the world communicate with one another, it's best if you just trust us to control everything that you see and hear. He's throwing things.
I hate you.
He actually threw a MAGA hat at
I
me.
did,
It's pretty
I did.
ironic.
I didn't even realize. Yeah. All right.
Somehow I owe him money now.
Yeah, it's weird. By the way, I started a GoFundMe for this incident 2 days ago.
So now, handing out hats and then billing people for them.
People are going, holy vocal fry.
It's just that
Fucking stop. I know you're joking, but
These
I don't think
people-
you stop it.
creating synergy in cross-platform situations. They think that all these niggas think if they just look down and act shy that they're going to get away with fucking literally enslaving and raping your children. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're
Like
right. Good
maybe
point.
if I'm just polite about it and I don't make a big stink.
It'll be fine.
Our intention is to rape your children and turn them into little lady boys with dicks, which we can then stick in our mouths and then sodomize your children. And you're like, oh, okay, he seems like
He
a polite
sounds
guy.
really
This
smart.
Jack guy's really nice.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Say no to him?
And there's two things. One is he's great at sort of pirouetting around the sharp pointed question of what is the policy and why are you applying it in this seemingly disparate way.
Oh, I hate this.
And it
I
seems
hate
to
smart
skew
guy talk.
Isn't it
It's-
the worst?
The more you point it out, the more I hate
Isn't it the
smart
worst?
guy talk.
Isn't it the fucking worst? You could be smart without talking like an asshole and down to people. You know what I mean?
We are, crafting the public discourse, and in doing so, I can't stress enough how much we want to fuck your kids. We want to fuck your kids. All of this,
And that's the truth.
All of this, just by the way, as much as you go, you're crazy, Pizzagator, you're crazy, Merch. Why does every path in this world lead to kid fucking?
I don't know. All roads lead to kid fucking. You're right.
All this California, this YouTube e-celeb, the fucking anime community, the furry community, and fucking Jeffree Star, and the MySpace emo scene days. It's just all you can't even have a slice of pizza in our nation's capital and play a little ping pong without thinking about fucking a kid.
You're right. You're right. Wait a second.
Well, it wouldn't be the first thing you thought of if you were in DC eating pizza and playing ping pong. Would kid fucking not come?
Now
to
you're
mind?
right. It's ruined forever.
I mean, who
right.
the fuck eats pizza
I
and
can't-
plays ping pong? It's a weird.
I can't even eat a calzone and watch tennis. That's how far. That's how far it goes for me.
I can't even fucking get a Stromboli and play that ball in a cup game without worried about if I'm gonna go away for life.
That's very funny. Sorry, Sam. You were not saying.
Okay, somebody in the chat wrote thoughts on Owen Benjamin. Okay, that nigga's got to be joking, right?
What did he say?
Thoughts on Owen Benjamin?
It's got to be a joke, right?
Has to be.
It's a bit. The guy's got to be doing a bit.
Listen, if that is a bit, that's the funniest thing I've read in a week. That's what I would mention. You guys get any thoughts about that whole situation?
Guys, they're bad guys.
Guys, Sam Harris is a wizard. He tries to fuck my kids. Like, what? I don't know if Sam Harris tries to fuck kids.
I checked in on Joe Rogan's Tim Pool interview, and Joe is in full defense mode, i.e. talking over, interrupting, arguing against common shared principles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not confrontational, though.
To be fair, though, if Tim Pool ever wants to show his true power levels, he just takes his beanie off.
Yeah, it's
And
true.
when you see that head, you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, put the beanie back on. I submit. I got a pic. You ever see a picture of Tim Pool without the beanie?
Yes.
politically in
All right, sorry, back to this.
one direction all the time, right? But I think you also, I mean, I did, and I think
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here because
probably.
I wanted to get to a certain part here.
land grab for audio.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the podcast. They just purchased some came out of the Jack
Jamie
podcast.
defends the deleting thing of comments.
And that the other thing is that the comments are curated depending
go.
upon
Let me go
who
back a
is
bit.
what things. But from what we think, and Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong, you think that what's
Here we
going
go. Here, we'll start right
Why
here.
not?
Got
Some
it.
people like video. It was one of those things. But then you realize ultimately that YouTube becomes a viable source of revenue, and then it's also the way a lot of people like to watch it. And they also like to watch it because they can comment under it.
Okay, here
so
we
that was
go.
the other thing that came out of the Jack podcast. We got into a controversy about comments and about how comments are deleted or how they're shown and hidden and what happens, because people were accusing Jamie of deleting all the derogatory comments.
Never
But
accused him
we
of
don't touch
deleting
any.
comments.
We don't.
No.
We don't
Never
delete any
accused him of that.
We don't
Stupid,
do any-
confused boomers can.
We're saying
accused him of
deleted.
that. We said shadow ban. We
Shadow
said you
ban,
hid
correct.
users from your channel, and that is true.
Yep.
anything to them. We just leave them up there, and it's mostly a cesspool. But
Yeah.
I mean, even
Mostly a cesspool. Again,
They're above
remember.
it. They're above it all.
Remember, this is the guy that you think is everyday Joe. The people that leave comments there, you're a cesspool. You fucking plebs. You fucking peasants. All right? Now you sit down there and you'll take our interviews and you'll like it.
Joe Rogan treats his YouTube comment section the way Cersei treated like the starving common folk.
Yeah, exactly.
even on a good podcast, there's a lot of crazy shit that happens on these things. But from what we think, and Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong, you think that what's going on is that people are marking other people's posts as spam.
Yeah.
There's that. And then Brandon also has the theory that a lot of alt-right people are targeted.
Oh, okay. How about this? How about this, Joe? How about this?
Alt-right
I got
people
a theory.
targeted?
I got a theory. I got a theory. A theory that fucking works. You or Jamie or some fucking sycophantic little bitch boy of yours, all fucking hopped up on gummy edibles, okay, had instructions to click on certain comments, prominent comments that were negative, click on the little 3 dots and select hide user from channel. That is the only way. That is the only. Aren't you like Mr. Logic Guy? Want to get to the most logical conclusion of these things? The most logical conclusion is that you shadow banned a couple of bad actors, in your opinion. None of the other bullshit you're saying makes sense. Everything else you're saying, Joe, sounds like a fucking excuse. It sounds like you're covering your ass. Oh, I hate this fuck.
But listen to these reasons now. Watch, listen.
And then Brandon also has the theory that a lot of alt-right people are targeted by the algorithm that YouTube uses. Like in one case, there was a guy who had a Pepe the Frog avatar, and he said like his comment immediately went to spam. And that the other thing is that the comments are curated depending upon who is watching it and what account they'll be different.
Yes, here's the thing, and I've been using YouTube for a very long time. All right? I was using YouTube when I was watching the Badger song. Remember that? That's how far back I go on YouTube. I watched the first episode of Salad Fingers.
Yeah, I'm a keyboard cat nigga.
All right? So, yeah, we know, all right? We know. Okay, I saw the evolution of dance. the way the comment section works is if you're hidden from channel when you're you never know you're hidden from the channel, because if you go into a channel you see your comments. The same way Reddit works too. You'll see yourself there. When you switch over to a bunch of channel, and here's the thing, with our comment, with Mike's comment, it's not just that we checked here. We had all of our fans from all over the world, in the UK,
Tons of people.
People in Israel. Everybody was searching, and
I stopped getting notifications
immediately
for a full 24 hours.
Right.
And then just magically one night, boom, all these notifications started coming in. And I looked, and they were all comments that people just started making again. So what happened for 24 hours, Joe?
And Revenge of the Sis is still shadow banned on them. I'm telling you, when I post something from Revenge of the Sis, it doesn't show up.
So Joe's being dishonest here. And I don't think, this isn't me going like maybe Joe doesn't know, he's a busy guy. Joe knows. He is consciously making the step from perhaps being willfully ignorant to now being complicit and now helping in this cover-up.
Sort of, yeah. They'll propagate different comments to the top. It's not you can actually change it if you prefer to see the most new comment, like
from
the newest
your
comment.
own personal YouTube
Right.
when you're
Yeah,
watching.
But you as a viewer
Yes.
or user of YouTube have to make that actual.
Yeah.
No,
So
I
that
thought you said I was all right, Jamie.
Yeah.
No, I meant you all right. I am all right. You're not all right.
conspiracy theory just heightened the whole thing, right? Okay, now they're deleting negative comments. Look, I don't like doing bad podcasts, but I will be the first one to tell you when I think a podcast sucked.
Yeah.
That podcast was definitely disappointing. It wasn't good. Mine wasn't good. It was like I said, when I listened to it, I was like, God, this is kind of boring.
Yeah.
It just wasn't juicy. There was nothing. We didn't get a flow. It wasn't like
Look, but it's excuse. Oh, a flow, and it's no, Joe. You didn't ask him because you said with your own words you didn't want to be confrontational. When you have somebody who's seeped in controversy, you have to be confrontational. If you're going to be a host, by the way, because a lot of the Joe fans that leave us comments on the clips are usually like, oh, you're just jealous. Okay, yeah, fine, whatever. Oh, maybe when you have Jack on, oh, that's right, he won't be on your show. I get it. But see, that's the point. Jack's not going to go on anybody's show who challenges him. You think Jack's going to go on Hannity tomorrow?
Yeah, you think he's going to go sit down with Tucker?
Yeah, exactly. Tucker, perfect example. Do you imagine that?
He'd be that Key and Peele meme with the
Yeah.
sweat.
Yeah.
Oh, Tucker's just, thanks for, it's good to have you. You're a really great guy for coming.
Yeah.
He always does that smarmy nice guy thing, and you just know he's going to fucking assassinate you.
Yeah. Because then I would tell you, okay, Jack really wants the truth out there. But the reason he went on Harris and your show is because he knows it's middle of the road.
You're in the intellectual circle jerk.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I'm sure he'll be interviewed by Jordan Peterson next.
And that's fine. Like, look, I can't say that if I'll ever make it in life to the point where I'm sitting in a room with 7 other guys deciding the future of discourse in this country.
Right.
But Rogan is in that peripheral of guys. Like they are tastemakers now. And for him to downplay that and pretend like that's not a real valid criticism
Right.
is a fucking lie. He's lying to us.
Now, again, I want to point this out because a lot of people gave me stuff because they're defending Joe Rogan and going in on Alex and going, well, how can you have Alex back on if he thinks the Sandy Hook kids this and that? He has a civil suit filed against him, Joe. Alex Jones has a civil suit filed against him. I just want everybody to remember that Joe Rogan will not have somebody with a civil suit filed against him because of something they said, but we'll have convicted rapist Mike Tyson on. Just again, because by the way, I don't care if you interview Mike Tyson. I'd interview Mike Tyson.
Didn't he have Mayweather on?
Yes. I would interview Mike Tyson. But here's the thing, though. I don't then send ground rules and go, I can't have this other person on. I'll have anybody on.
But didn't he have, like, just for a more recent piece of shit, Mayweather, who I also think is a bigger piece of shit than Tyson ever was.
Yeah.
I mean, even that rape charge is still, is questionable to this day. Whereas Mayweather has, like, a pattern, a proven pattern of being a piece of shit to women. John Jones, he's the biggest John Jones dick suck in the world. So Joe doesn't have it.
He's never had Mayweather, they said.
Oh, he's never had Mayweather?
They're confusing probably with John Jones.
I don't know. They all look alike. Fighters.
Fighters.
Fighters. Yeah, they all have that cauliflower ear.
I thought you were gonna say black people.
They all have that cauliflower ear and
Bad credit.
It's just a hack fucking joke.
I know, but it's still good. Sorry, Joe. You were fucking placating. I mean, saying.
He and I were just shooting the shit, having a good time.
Well, take that one decision. So you have decided to make video a main component of this podcast. Now, it's still probably a small percentage of your actual listens.
Not anymore.
Oh, no, it's grown?
Not
Okay.
anymore. It's gotten to, well, it's almost 50-50.
Oh, awesome.
It's closing in on that.
Yeah, it used to be like 90-10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have it. I don't have a video component, and so I just put audio on YouTube, but I put absolutely no energy into YouTube.
You don't put energy into anything.
Yeah, you really don't.
Not into a sentence. Probably not even to eating a sandwich.
You know what Sam Harris has never done? Has never given somebody a sound fucking.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like Sam Harris has never. Is he gay?
No,
I
don't think he's gay.
Is he straight?
I mean, I don't know, but I don't think he's gay.
Yeah,
Someone
like
will tell us.
Sam Harris has never crushed some pussy. You know what I mean? Like he's never. I bet Sam Harris probably fucks like the guy from Eastbound and Down. One of the best sex scenes in a show. I hate sex scenes in a show. They're always unnecessary.
Right.
But the Eastbound and Down sex scene is one of the greatest sex scenes in the world. Where he's just, and they have the camera right like in his face. Oh, that's really funny.
Sam Harris has 2 lesbian moms. He is the heir to the Golden Girl. To the Golden Girls TV writing fortune. Swear to God.
Are you serious?
Huh.
But because I don't care what's happening on YouTube, right? So I never see the comments, and whenever I look, it is.
Again, he doesn't care. Mr. I'm above it all. It's the guys, they're wizards.
Somebody says he needs some covfefe coffee, huh?
Oh, don't worry. We got some of that coming up today.
Coffee for stable geniuses.
We got some of that today. Don't worry about it.
Dillster.
Oh, I got some stuff.
As you say, a cesspool. It's insane. I mean, YouTube is just skews massively right. It skews just.
No.
What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? Let me play it again.
No.
Let me play it again.
It's insane. I mean, YouTube is just skews massively right. It skews just massively male.
Do you understand how?
What?
Do you understand that this right here is the leftist mentality? They don't see the world for how it is. The world is the way they want it to be in their heads. So you could have like he just said, it skews really right. No, it's like 50% right wingers and 50% left wingers. You massive faggot.
Toon Squad says he meant comments. That's still wrong.
That's still wrong. But the people are made up of a 50-50 balance.
Yeah.
It's not left enough for you because you want the world to be a certain way. I fucking hate this smug little faggot.
So he thinks YouTube is all right-wing people. All the people that comment on YouTube are all right-wing people.
Skews right.
How do you explain the Young Turks?
These people are so unbelievably out of touch. Like they're telling you right there, you're not good enough. You're all too right-wing. You're all a cesspool. You're all pieces of shit. You all need to live outside the city gates like the disgusting peasants that you are.
You're right. That's exactly what they're saying. They're talking down to us, to all of us. They're talking down to all of us. I understand that I don't have a fucking salt tank in my house or 2 lesbian moms, but a lot of people here, a lot of people in our comment. I say it all the time. We have some of the funniest fans on the planet. Some of the funniest lines said on the show.
Too far right though.
Yeah, they do. But all of YouTube, get out of here. YouTube is mostly 14-year-olds and Asians. What are you talking about?
And it's probably skews very young too.
Anthony
so you
G
have
in the chat's asking, "Hey, do you guys like Owen Benjamin now? He's right about this, guys." No, because Owen Benjamin is still a mentally ill, arrogant, alcoholic, fucking retard. You know what I mean? Like a broken clock is right twice a day. It's still broken. So no, we're not on team Owen now. Owen just happens to be right about some guys. Owen also needs to get some help for himself. He's not in a position right now to be throwing shade at these people.
Howard Hughes was one of the greatest inventors. He was also a lunatic at the end.
Absolutely.
So I mean,
just like millennial alt-right craziness, right? It's like as I say these sentences, your YouTube page is just blowing up with hate.
Millennial alt-right. Did you hear what he said?
It hurts.
And then he says, and now look, I'll prove him right because the comments are now saying this. Do you see this? Millennial alt-right. You're all, listen, YouTube fans. You're all millennial alt-right stuff. Bright people listen to NPR. That's what smart people listen to.
You're all just trailer trash.
Go fuck yourself, Sam Harris. Go fuck yourself. Millennial alt-right. Listen to these sound bites. Listen to this fucking CNN, Rachel Maddow fucking talking point. Because the problem is, what you're realizing is you're getting a pushback. And it's not just right people. A lot of moderate people. We have friends on the left that are like, look, man, I'm a liberal, but what Joe Rogan did was bullshit.
Yeah, there's leftists that are, well, not leftists, but there are liberals.
Liberals.
That are not fans of what Joe Rogan did this week.
Yeah, so this isn't just an alt-right thing. What you're seeing is when people are pushing back, and you could go and you could, by the way, since you're going to predict things, you're using all the same talking points every liberal used when they lost, Hillary Clinton used, everybody used the same fucking talking point. It's the alt-right people. They're fucking losers. Yeah, you're right. There can't be, by the way, genius, but fucking super smart guy, it can't possibly be, now hear me out here, it can't possibly be that we live in a world where you might be wrong.
No.
That's not what it is.
Alt-right millennials.
By the way, Rogan has had a bunch of people that have been super leftist on his show, and he's placated to them or whatever, and he never had this problem that he had with Jack. You notice that? Because they're making it seem like Jack's the first liberal. No, Rogan's had a bunch of liberals on the show. And the alt-right millennials haven't got after him. People got mad because he was being disingenuous and not pushing somebody who curates free speech in this country. That's the problem. It's not alt-right millennials, you fucking pompous piece of shit. You fucking idiot wearing your untucked shirt, who's probably a sponsor.
I hate this guy.
So you have
I hate his Ben Savage hair. I hate everything about him.
Ben Savage, you're right.
Just like millennial alt-right craziness, right? It's like as I say these sentences, your YouTube page is just blowing up with hate for me, right? Like you got a bunch of millennials with their thumbs up their asses just whinging, right?
There's a lot of older people.
Listen, this is what they think of you.
Self-indulgent trust fund, baby. Listen to this. This is what they think of you.
This is what they think of you. You could call us whatever you want, all right? Bad guys, fine.
Yeah,
assholes, sure.
I grew up being abused. Like, you guys realize when you call me a lazy-eyed faggot, like, I get weird boners from that. Like, I like emotional abuse. You're not doing anything when you do that. But this is different. We don't talk down to anybody.
Look at this. This is unbelievable. Let's see what Rogan says. Thumbs up their asses. Yeah, you're not wrong. Everybody's crazy. You're not wrong. Everybody's alt-right, Sam.
People too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's got to be younger than most of where. Well, first of all, I'm not even seeing most comment threads that could possibly respond to anything I put out there now, right? So I don't even look at my.
So you don't look at YouTube,
right?
But you're an authority on the demographics of the YouTube community, right? You are an authority. They're all alt-right trolls. Like, I wouldn't even care if he said, look, I spend a lot of time digging through my comments, and I could tell you that it's mostly alt-right. He just admits. I barely look at this platform. I just throw a fucking audio track on there, and you pieces of shit are going to slop it up. You fucking pieces of you pay pig pieces of shit. I don't even look at my comments, because fuck these people. Also, all YouTube comments are alt-right millennials who have their thumbs up their ass and are toxic. Oh, I hate you.
Mentions for the most part. I spend maybe 5 minutes a day looking at
that's a healthy
what's
move.
Coming back to me. And you were actually helpful in and reformatted my brain on that topic. But
Mr. Dax in the chat calls him Sam Hubris.
so because I don't see any of that stuff, I mean, maybe I'm getting a lot of pain from my
Okay, I'm sorry. El Fuego, scuffed Ben Stiller is also a very funny.
I like that. That's very good.
All right, sorry, guys. Come on.
But I don't even know about it, right? And so I don't feel like I have to course correct in response to anything now.
Yeah.
And in large measure, it is a consequence of just this decision that, I inadvertently made, that I don't have a video component to my podcast at the moment. And so I'm not spectating on the feedback on YouTube.
Well, the feedback thing is interesting because.
But you just said that YouTube skews right. It's all alt-right millennials. You said that, Sam. I just fucking heard you. And now you're telling me that you don't spend any time in the YouTube comments. So how do you know this, you little cunt? Like, you understand? I could come in here right now, bullshit for 20 minutes about what it's like to run a Caribbean restaurant. I have never set foot in the kitchen of a Caribbean restaurant. I could be like, yeah, most of the cooks at a Caribbean restaurant are pedophiles. And did you know that, you know what I mean? Like, just make things up.
Right.
They all have a terrible health code, and everybody who works there is a pedophile. And all Caribbean restaurants keep live pet goats in the kitchen. Did you know that? And then eventually when you go, oh, so you know a lot about Caribbean restaurants. Now, to be honest with you, never set foot in one in my life.
Patient Zero with a super chat. Watch me talk a bunch of crap about these people, then watch them respond negatively. Solid argument. That's exactly what he did. He just shit-talked all the comment people, and then when people go, hey, what the fuck? He goes, see? See?
Yeah, Sam Harris, this is literally like what would happen if The Miz is like, why is everybody booing me? Because you insulted their local sports team.
Yeah,
it's your character. It's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I came out here because Cincinnati's a shithole. Boo! Why are they booing us? I don't get it. What's the problem? Oh, you know what? Cincinnati, alt-right millennials. It's got to be it, right?
I mean, that seems to be the most logical course of
Next day, WWE announces it's no longer going to tour in alt-right hellhole Cincinnati.
Can you imagine?
Because people booed The Miz. But yeah, you're right. He came out and he went, you people are all fucking pieces of shit. Boo! Like, what is their problem? What's with these toxic people?
By the way, some super chats from Filipino Che. For the record, I concede to Zach Passmore. So he has given in. That's good. And thank you, Zen Rhino, for the donation.
Sam Harris is like a guy that walks into a biker bar and goes, hey, all the pagans are faggots. And then kicks a motorcycle over outside.
Yeah.
And then wakes up from a coma like a year later and goes,
And sues them.
bikers are terrible people and they're a danger to the community. And their jaw wired shut. You're like, you went in and said you're all faggots and then you jizzed on a dude's cut. Like, you were going to you're lucky you're breathing.
Sam, Porcelain goes, Sam, I'll call out your ad hominems before doing the same shit myself, Harris. That's very good, Porcelain.
We were just talking about this before the show, that with feedback and comments on YouTube, essentially anyone can comment, and if you don't go banning people from the channel, which we don't do.
No, you shadow ban them.
Yeah.
You shadow ban them, Joe.
We know.
Or Jamie does.
Mm-hmm. And then he undoes it.
I made videos of it because you know what it is? I made videos. And Royce knows this has happened a million times to us.
Of course.
I don't run and go open OBS on the weekend and make videos. But I knew you were going to take this little wormy approach of like, we would never do that. And I don't know if it's you. I knew he was going to do this. So I was like, I'm filming this so that it's there forever.
We wouldn't do if someone was totally a piece of shit, but we don't. So
yeah. And you notice too that he unshadow banned me. He unshadow banned Mark Dice. He didn't unshadow ban you.
No.
He didn't unshadow ban Matt Christensen, and there were a couple others he didn't unshadow ban. He unshadow banned the two biggest fat mouths of this entire thing. That's the only reason we got unbanned.
You're right.
Because we were the two going, he fucking shadow banned us. Look at this video. So Joe unshadow banned us to make me and Mark Dice look stupid. so that he could go, we never shot up Bantam. Look, it's right there. You know, like, you guys, like, we didn't really, I don't know. I fucking hate you.
Gus goes, you disabled your chats, Joe. That's true. When you
yeah,
watch,
but he's been doing that for a while now. To be fair,
Right.
I can't remember the last Joe Rogan
Right.
experience that had a live chat. And that's his prerogative.
Of course.
I've thought about the pros and cons of that sometimes. Like, our show's too community-based.
Of course.
But for other shows, like just not having a chat, I can see why that works. I think Rogan just doesn't want 20,000 people with a massive distraction. Like,
Right, I get
he's
it.
doing his show. But comments is a different game, dude. That's a different game altogether.
You essentially have this open forum. So it's like almost like a message board where people can just sort of comment. And it's unlike Twitter in that regard, because Twitter just, you get abusive and shitty on Twitter, they just get rid of you. If you get abusive and shitty on Instagram or on Facebook, they'll just get rid of you. But if you're on YouTube and you're in those comments, you could kind of get away with more. So I would imagine that people that don't appreciate censorship and want to just fucking spew out whatever's on their mind, that would be the place where they would go, especially if it's the same product, essentially.
Can I
different.
point out, too, what my comment was? Because I think it bears to be pointed out. My comment was, wow, Joe really sold his soul tonight, huh?
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing that would get flagged. Mark Dice wrote a very succinct paragraph simply explaining why Alex Jones got banned from Twitter and the specific incidents surrounding it. And he was very quick and to the point. He just was like, you don't know why Alex Jones got suspended? Why it's still okay to attack it's your platform? And he did like the whole thing. He was selling people in Congress. And you're like, all right, Mark, thank you, buddy. But he didn't, Mark Dice wasn't in there going, you globalist cocksucker, anything crazy. Oh, they're lying,
I know,
dude.
right.
They're lying.
I know.
Right to, that's my one thing. I could deal with I can deal with nastiness. I can deal with cheating. I've dealt with a lot of shit. My tolerance level's pretty high for character defects and flaws. But I don't like when somebody just looks at me and goes, yeah, no, I didn't do that. And you go, but I fucking know you did. At least just go, yeah, I did it. How do we fix this? God damn, dude. I hope this hurts his brand, dude.
I mean, I don't know, he'll be fine. Because the truth of the matter is, all of YouTube isn't alt-right millennials. That's not what's on there.
And this is a thing where it got confusing with the YouTube people versus the audio people. With the audio people, it's very obvious that the Cash App is a sponsor because we say it. This podcast is brought to you by the Cash App. Whereas in YouTube, they're like, they're hiding the fact that the Cash App's a sponsor.
Right.
We talked about it during the podcast itself, but we don't.
See, Joe, the comment that we made wasn't that you were hiding it. Was just you might have said it, but saying it doesn't change the fact that the person you're interviewing, you're financially invested.
Yeah, it's
in the person you're interviewing.
Like, hey, I'm going to do this entire interview with the owner of a local fast food chain, and I'm going to fucking stroke his dick for an hour, despite all the health code violations, two of his restaurants being shut down. I'm going to suck his dick for an hour. But if I mention for 2 seconds, oh, by the way, homie gave me like $1 million this year to cover all my nuts. So just throwing it out there. I mean, that's not going to cast any suspicion over this. So anyway, how did you meet your wife? Like, people are dying of hepatitis A in their restaurants. Hate him.
Put the ads on YouTube. There's ads that YouTube puts on, but we put the ads on, like, after the show is over, I'll read the ads and we'll insert those into the audio, and that will go up to iTunes and RSS feeds and all that stuff. So the stuff that's on YouTube, it's abbreviated in the sense that, especially the live one doesn't have anything. So, like, this has 0 ads. And then the ones that'll be posted on YouTube later, it'll have YouTube ads.
Right.
So that's why. So there's a couple of conspiracy theories in that regard. There's also
conspiracy theories, Joe. We're pointing out your inconsistencies, your moral inconsistencies. That's not a conspiracy, dude.
Yep.
Were we sitting here? We've never been the guys that are like CIA, deep state. Joe Rogan was, initiated into the CIA, and Alex Jones is actually Bill Hicks. Like, we're not nuts. We were pointing out what appears to be impropriety. what do you call it? Conflicts of interest, basically, where you're like, and again, I'm not saying don't have the interview, because who the fuck's going to say no to a fluff interview with the founder of Twitter? But say it's going to be a fluff interview. Say, you know what, man? I'm not even into all your fucking issues. Your problems ain't my fucking problems. I don't care about censorship. I'm going to go bow hunting with Jack Dorsey.
This is getting to him, though, because a few people have been pointing out in our chat that he looks like he's aged like 10 years in the past couple days.
He doesn't.
He always shaves his head, and his hair's growing in like a lot. You could tell when he turns his head. Like,
he's stressed.
He looks stressed. Look at the bags under his eyes. He does look kind of fucking shot, doesn't he?
Apparently an emerging conspiracy theory about that Jack was trying to pump up Bitcoin because they have some sort of a Bitcoin deal. Have you heard this one?
I read that, but
You heard this one, Kevin?
From what I saw, it's not higher than it was at any point. It's still right around $3,500. So, if there was a pump and dump scheme of some sort, then like it should be provable on the blockchain, I guess. I don't know.
No. But here's the thing. I don't listen. I don't think that's what he did. I don't think it's a Bitcoin conspiracy. But Jamie's so dumb that what he says is, well, the numbers didn't go up, so that could. No, he could have done it, and the numbers maybe just weren't affected. Do you understand? Like, you could do something illegal, and it might not work out for you.
It might fail. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But is there any other component to it?
I don't know. I don't know where that was coming from.
Nah, you don't need to know whether the comments are being hidden from the channel, Jamie. You don't know anything.
All he said was that, well, the Cash App sells Bitcoin. So we talked about Bitcoin.
I think
because you can buy and sell Bitcoin through the Cash App, I should say.
I think he said something about blockchain technology rendering everything permanent online, and that was
something different, though.
Yeah.
But that I think that's in regard to comments and to anything, blog posts. Blockchain is essentially going to have everything that's online forever. But there's so many fucking conspiracy theories about all this stuff.
And that's pretty much the clip.
Now, Joe's a good guy. You guys are being fucking dicks.
Yeah, you guys in the cesspool.
You alt-right fucking plebs.
In the
you
cesspool.
You millennials who like to thumb. He sounded like Trumpster Bob, Sam Harris. I just think these alt-right millennials have been sticking their fingers in their butts. You ever put your thumb up your butt, Jovi? Let's get the same three guys on this stream, and we'll sit here and talk about putting thumbs in our butts.
So this is from a website called the Data Lounge, which is basically, one of these forums that all these LA people go to. These posts, by the way, are from 2012. This one looks to be like from 2012, 2018. So these are posts about Joe Rogan. So here's one. A few years ago, by the way, I don't know if any of these are true. I just want to read what people are saying. A few years ago, we had several posts from Boston people who had seen Joe Rogan in leather in the back room of a bar. Anonymous. This is from 413. Joe Rogan is hot. In the 1990s, the rumor was that he would go to the bathhouses and get gang fucked. He does seem like a self-loathing homophobic closet case. Why is he so angry all the time? Another one. Joe Rogan has a locker room stalker. Joe Rogan has become this macho overing mondo biondo. Look at me, how straight I am. Except that he's totally not true. Ask the Boston boys who know him. Boston has back rooms at least one bar. Now that you mention it, what Joe Rogan? What the hell, Joe Rogan? We never discuss him anymore. Is he still into leather? Someone else. Joe Rogan is in the back room of Ramrod in Boston. This was from 2008. Joe Rogan is in the. By the way, this is in 2008. This post. So this isn't somebody that's trying. This is.
Yeah, this isn't like big Joe Rogan.
No.
Famous Joe Rogan.
This is just whatever.
This is famous Joe Rogan, but not like.
Yeah. So this is from 2008. Joe Rogan in the back room of Ramrod, Boston. Then from 2017, Joe Rogan was known to frequent bathhouses and S&M bars at one point. It's known. So again,
You think he's a gay faggot?
Well, I don't know. There's no. I have no idea.
Do you think Joe Rogan is a gay homosexual who secretly likes to get gang fucked at leather bars?
Or maybe used to.
I just want to get to the bottom of whether or not Joe Rogan is visiting S&M leather bars and getting gang fucked by men. That is an issue that I think everybody should look into. Maybe try to find out ethically if, in fact, Joe Rogan likes to get his asshole fucked by rough-looking bears wearing leather in gay bars in Boston. Find that out for us, folks.
We don't
because
know.
We're not going to make that
We have no
allegation
idea.
if it's unfounded. We're not going to go around repeating over and over again that Joe Rogan is pulling his pants down so that men can insert their penises into his asshole
We wouldn't do that.
and fuck him and then have him suck the shit off of their dicks. We would never do that about Joe Rogan.
Okay?
So find out first.
Yeah, first. Remember, first figure it out. Okay, we have to go to break. If you want to help us out, revengeofthesis.com/XPN. Get Pro XPN. You'll get protected. You help us out. You help yourself out. And, of course, the best way to help us out is patreon.com/we're-not-sorry. Become a patron. That's the best way to support the show. In the very near future, we're going to have a lot of exclusive stuff on there for you guys. So help us out that way. And, of course, if you can't do month-to-month, we get it. You go to revengeofthesis.com/donate. There's a whole bunch of ways to donate. And if you buy something through Amazon, just click through our banner on our site. It helps us out, helps us do this show every day. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Stay where you are, Revenge of the Sis.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know that? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Dilley.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian
Hey, you. That's right, you. Wouldn't you like to know the story of you? What makes you, you? DNA and Me is a genetic service that can help you find out exactly who your ancestors were. You might be surprised.
I thought I was just a standard white guy, but DNA and Me showed that I'm actually 4.2% Cherokee Indian.
Turns out I'm not totally white. I'm also part Northern Asian and even some Kurdish. I'm a victim of oppression.
I used to get in trouble for always using the N-word, but with DNA and Me, I found out that I'm 2.1% black.
Morning, Steve.
Sup, nigga? The test is easy. Simply swab the inside of your mouth and send it into our labs.
People made fun of me for being French. DNA and Me showed I was 8% Navajo. Nobody's making fun of me now, or my people, who are victims.
I'm 13% victim.
I'm 21% victim.
Order now and find out if your friends should be more sympathetic towards you. DNA and Me. Are you in? Hell f***ing yes, I'm in.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. Friday show. So you gotta, tonight, you gotta relax. Is there a Nightwave tonight, Mike?
Yeah, there'll be a Nightwave.
Okay, I thought you were heading out to.
No, I'm going tomorrow. I wanted to go tonight.
Got it.
Yes, whatever. It's fine. I'll be here tonight.
So there will be a Nightwave tonight because people have been asking. A lot of people have been asking me. All right. So the Rogan thing took the whole first hour. So I have a lot of different things. Here, let's do this first because you sent me this. So what happened with JF?
Well, he fucked a retard.
But I mean, some newer news, like what's happening like recently with him.
That apparently he's fucking a new retard.
Oh, okay. So is this the video?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it looks like it was filmed off a phone or whatever.
Yeah, this is from Sway Guevara's channel.
Got it.
Shout out to the GDL boys!
But yeah, they uncovered this clip of JF Garriapy during his live stream with this guy's name. It's something really gay, like No White Guilt is his name.
Okay.
Because they all have cool channels like Based Pedophile and fucking Hotep. Big dick nigga. Like, there's always like these, with the red hats. He's No White Guilt is this guy's name. And you will see an interruption occur during this stream.
No white guilt, or is she just fooling around? She has an actual issue.
I need to.
Whoa.
Wait for it.
Okay.
Wait, let it play out. It's good. It's good stuff.
Don't say anything violent.
No, I want to.
What do you have to say?
No, I get seriously. You tried to kill me, okay? And I'm fucking sick that you're fucking me with me. You always follow me everywhere, and
all right.
And you say you want to make spiritual movement, but you fucking tried to kill me for 3 years, okay? You're a fucking psychopath, man.
T'en as assez dit. Maintenant, va-t'en. Okay, so the answer.
So.
Hold up. Whoa. What is happening in this?
Well, would you like my... Because we covered this a little bit last night. This broke late last night. So I was like, what is this about?
What's her name?
I don't know.
Tardy McGee? What's her name?
I mean, I don't know, but she's got... I pulled up another video, actually.
Here, send it to me.
From the actual stream.
Okay.
Shout out to Jim N-Word who gave it to me. And it's not the same clip. It's a different clip.
No, that's fine.
Oh, no, that's not the clip Jim sent me. It's a Twitter. I got to find it on Twitter. I didn't have a...
That's fine. Look, I'll give you some time because I'm going to watch this whole video
Like
again.
50
okay?
more times?
I need to watch this again. I'm sorry, guys. There's a lot to break down here. I'm going to watch it without pausing.
No white guilt, or is she just fooling around? She has an actual issue.
Damn, I need to.
Don't say anything violent.
No, I want to.
What do you have to say?
No, I get seriously. You tried to kill me, okay?
Okay.
And I'm fucking sick that you're fucking me with me. You always follow me everywhere, and
All right.
and you say you want to make spiritual movement, but you fucking tried to kill me for 3 years, okay? You're a fucking
Okay.
psychopath, man.
T'en as assez dit, maintenant va-t'en. Okay, so
hey, come on, we'll talk about it later.
Who's she talking about?
By the way, we've all in our lifetimes at one point in our lives had a non-retarded girl show up and make that kind of scene, and you have to go, she's give me a second, guys. Go out to the parking lot. We'll figure. But I've never had that happen with a retarded girl. It really adds a layer of intrigue to the whole situation.
All right. I'm gonna pull up the other video. Sorry, can I play this one more time?
No, please do.
Sorry, guys.
Please,
I apologize
play
if
it
this
repeatedly.
If this is getting, if this is, I don't mean to beat this into the ground.
She was able to drive a car. Now let me read the super chats.
Okay.
Fucking
One more time. Let's break this down.
Pepe Le Pew of retarded girls.
Break this down.
no white guilt, or is she just fooling around? She has an actual issue.
Damn, I need to.
Stop laughing at me! Stop laughing at me!
I'm a human being.
I did play that clip last night from the other sister.
Oh.
Stop laughing at me!
God, remember that movie?
Yes. So when I heard this last night, it was the first thing my brain went to was, stop laughing at me! Yeah, man.
All right, so
This isn't funny, guys. Stop.
Mental illness is not a joke.
Then after I discovered GF.
All right, pause for a
then I
second now.
start-
You pause and full screen it so these people can see. Look at her eyes. As I pointed this out last night, generally speaking, once in a while, yeah, there's Graves' disease, and there's like certain things that you could have that would give you butthole eyes and still make you not retarded. Steve Buscemi is a non-retard with butthole eyes. Pete Davidson is questionably not legally retarded. Butthole eyes.
Okay.
So, but if you don't have that like Graves' disease or whatever, then and you have those eyes, those are the little fatty deposits under the eye. That's downy eyes. That's like she's downy, right? At least mildly downs.
Okay, so let's see this.
Just a little hottie. What?
Well, he has a type.
A phenotype? Oh, sorry.
I had a bad life, but then after I discovered GF, then I started to look at GF every day. I was always looking at GF. I became crazy. I lost everything I had. I lost my job, my family. I quit school. I lost everything. I was
Totally normal, right? This is normal.
So she was a fan. Let me get this straight. Was she a fan?
Yes.
And then he coerced her.
And not even.
I don't
like-
want to use that word.
By the way,
he invited her.
I'm
over.
not above sticking my dick in a fan, but it's the absolute wrong kind of fan.
Yeah, it would have to be. Like a Filipino shit.
Like if a girl lost her job because of her obsession with watching your show, like I'm not even sticking my dick anywhere near that thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a couple of our female fans I could totally get it, but that's because they have like functional lives, and then once in a while they're like, "Oh yeah, ROTC, cool. I got to go back to my normal life now." Though.
Right.
This one just was devoted. So we spent about a half hour on Nightwave last night just trying to get to the bottom of whether or not she was retarded or just French Canadian, you know. But I did actually run this down through our Canadian crew.
Downs. I ran this down.
It's not funny.
What?
This isn't funny.
You're right.
Retard rape is no laughing matter.
Okay, let's see what Deaf
kinda
Bonnie
funny.
McFarlane's sister has to say.
But we had to run it through the Canadians, Jim N-word, Frozen Asian. We had to have a whole panel of Canadians, and they voted that she is in fact retarded and French Canadian.
Both.
Yeah, I believe Jim N-word's exact quote was, he sent me a clip last night and said, TLDR, she was yelling at his guest. By the way, she's still a retarded French, though. So.
Okay, let's see.
GF. Then I started to look at GF every day. I was always looking at GF. I became crazy. I lost everything I had. I lost my job, my family. I quit school. I lost everything. I was just looking at GF all the time. I was crazy. And then after I wrote to him, I said, GF, I want to suck your dick. And then he told me. And that's my background.
This is a retard.
This is
disgusting, degenerate, unacceptable.
Do we think
intolerable? I think she's tarded. She acts tarded. You know what I mean? Like that's not. Suppose she's somebody's saying maybe she's hard of hearing, but that's not deaf. Look, they're deaf to talk like this, and there's retarded. French people are just weird, and that's fine. This isn't that, dude. Okay? A deaf girl doesn't become so obsessed with an E-celeb, as a B-list E-celeb, that she loses her job and can't function and becomes fixated. By the way, the other clip last night was JF basically telling his guest, I am sorry, she thinks you are someone else and she is yelling at you. And it's like, okay, but if that was a normal person who's not retarded, you could go, baby, that's not the guy you're thinking of, is, right? Like if your wife came in while you were doing a segment and started yelling at Jesse from Pod Awful and being like, you piece of shit, you fucked my husband over and da-da-da, and you go, no, that's
different guy.
This is Pod Awful Jesse. You're thinking of Jesse such and such, and then she'd go, oh, my apologies, Jesse. Godspeed to you, sir. Like, but she's a non-retard. If you're a retard, you can't expect. Like, this whole thing is weird. She's retarded.
Okay, well let's play a little more of her.
Happy birthday to you.
This clearly isn't.
Happy birthday, dear sweetheart.
This is just. It sounds like Gary the retard. Is it?
You fucking nailed it.
Is it Gary the retard?
It's Gary the retard singing "Happy Birthday."
Wow.
Yeah,
I am
it's
autistic.
one of my favorite clips.
I am a radio autist. I really am.
Oh, you nailed it. All right.
You lost your job because you were addicted.
I lost everything.
You lost everything because you were addicted to my shows.
I was just looking at your show all the time. Even I had a job, and I was going to hide in the bathroom to listen to your show. And then my boss said, "Why you always disappeared for 10 minutes?" Then you fired me. I lost everything, my family, my friends, everything, because I was just looking at GF show all the time.
You've never told me that.
Yeah.
Wow. That is some dedicated fan. Right?
Do you feel filthy now?
Yeah, man. He's banging her?
I mean, clearly.
He's banging her?
Why
would you invite a girl over if you were going to bang her, right?
No, I mean, they're banging now. That's his girlfriend.
This is his girlfriend.
That's his girlfriend.
This is not just some fan
He called her his girlfriend. Here, I'll give you another clip from that same show.
Okay.
This fucking thing goes deep, nigga. That's why I brought it to the show. I was like, we gotta do JF today. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a video. Timestamp.
Holy shit, dude! What kind of video is it?
It's
a YouTube.
It's from the same show that she was yelling at the end, where she kind of explains. It is 56 minutes 40 seconds in.
56 minutes.
Your Honor, we're making the case as to whether or not J.F. Gariapi is a serial retard fucker. All rise. As we read the docket.
Okay.
This fucking failed David Duke clone, right?
listen, I liked Invader Zim, and I'm glad he has a podcast now, okay?
He looks like, though, they got some of David Duke's DNA and tried to recreate him in a lab, but they only had like 78% of his original genetic material. They're like, we got it pretty close. He's not Dr. David Duke. He's he's a barber, but still pretty cool.
He looks like Mel Gibson should be swinging a bat at him. Sorry.
That sword, or is bring that beautiful virgin of truth out into the streets and say, look at her, there she is to see, and then everything else will fall into place for us. When indeed, no, that is not the case. We bring this virgin lady of truth into the streets, and then we ring her with spears to defend.
Porcelain actually says he looks like if David Duke fucked Tony Hinchcliffe.
That's good.
Wow, that's a great joke, everybody. I'm going to delete some stuff from my show so nobody can see me getting owned.
So, okay, listen to this. In the chat, Jeremiah Royce, you should laugh more at Mersch's home runs. Makes it very awkward when Mersch has to stop and laugh at himself. I love Mersch. What? Jesus Christ.
Was that a serious?
Yeah, that's a serious thing. I should. Sorry, I'll laugh more at you, Mike. I apologize.
You should actually. I've been meaning to.
Thank you. You got it.
Your check's in the mail, dude. Thanks for posting that thing. I thought he was kidding. Like, no, I literally thought, like, I'm so used to the sarcastic audience. I thought he was being sarcastic. Yeah. Like, gee, Royce, you're not laughing at all of Mersch's home runs. Like, I thought it was.
Is that how you read it?
You fucking ass. Like, fuck you, guy. I'm trying. It's a Friday. Fucking get off my ass.
Porcelain goes, Mersch, can you please look at Royce more? Like, what? Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's making a Matt Reese reference. Yeah. He doesn't even look at him. It's like he's got his back to him the whole time, eating sandwiches on the air. Artie's a fucking disgrace. And what's with his nose? What's that all about?
What she is. And that is how
you're fucking awesome. Go to fuck yourself.
I'm sorry.
It's hilarious that you're fucking a retard.
You know these retards. She has a certain phenotype.
My girlfriend is mistaking you for someone else.
I fucking hate you. Know what? You go to fuck yourself. You're a fucking asshole.
My girlfriend hates you, but it's not even you she's talking about, and I apologize. She is confused in her brain, and she actually thinks
she's
that
confused in her brain.
She is confused in her brain?
Listen, JF, we've had disagreements with your philosophies and things you've said in the past, but I don't think anyone in this room is going to argue with you.
Porcelain.
That she is a bit confused in the head.
Porcelain. If I laugh, they won't notice she's an imbecile.
This is all perfectly normal.
Oh, boy.
that you resemble someone else.
No, that's fucking crazy. Talk about men. Why you talk to him?
Well, great. Now Toxic Mayo Clips is going to clip this and put it around the internet. That's what he's thinking. You know he knows it.
Please, if you are watching this medical, just let's move on from this. And let's pretend this never happened.
T-Clips, ignore this. Okay, here we go.
This is fun. Everyone's having fun.
I am so sorry. No, none of this was meant to you. It was all meant to a guy that looks like you, that she hates.
Dr. David Duke. So that was pretty much it. But she's retarded. We can agree that she is retarded.
Yeah.
That's retardation.
Yeah.
And we did, in fact, verify that this is, in fact, a new retard. It is not the old retard.
It's not the old retard.
So it is safe to say that JF may be a serial retard fucker. So Porcelain might have to redo his whole documentary and add the word serial retard fucker. JF Gary Uppy.
Let's just one more time. Just one more time and then we'll move on.
No white guilt, or is she just fooling around? She has an actual
Sorry,
issue.
pause it, because Joe Blow in the chat is saying the same thing 50 other people have already said. We already talked about that. Deaf people aren't also fucking stupid.
Yes.
You understand that, right? If a deaf person is deaf, yeah, they're going to talk like this, they're deaf. But they're not going to be like, Dad, I love my deaf because I love deaf. I came to live here and my family doesn't talk to me anymore. That's not deaf. That's retarded, nigga. Fuck is wrong with you?
No white guilt, or is she just fooling around? She has an actual issue.
Damn, I need to.
Don't say anything violent.
No, I want to.
What do you have to say?
No, I get seriously. You tried to kill me, okay?
Okay.
And I'm fucking sick that you're fucking me with me. You always follow me everywhere, and
All right.
and you say you want to make spiritual movement, but you fucking tried to kill me for 3 years, okay? You're a fucking
Okay.
psychopath, man.
T'en as assez dit, maintenant va-t'en.
Okay, somebody else in the chat just says, oh, well, she's drunk. Okay, again, okay, look at me. Look at me. Does this look like a man who's dated a lot of women that don't have drinking problems? Like, you generally have to have some kind of substance abuse issue to tolerate me. Again, they're not retarded. They're hysterical and slurry, and they're horrible people. But at no point do you go, is that bitch retarded or drunk or deaf? You don't get those confused. Deaf is deaf, I'm deaf, I cannot talk, I can't do no syllables. But they don't sound retarded. This one literally lost her job to join the cult of JF and thinks people are out to kill her. And that's retarded, dude.
So, I mean, you know, that's cool.
I love the people that make excuses. Like, I love that the new internet culture is to try to make as many excuses for something that's clearly not the thing you're trying to paint it into.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate it.
All right. We just have you know, because let's cleanse our palate. Let's cleanse our palate really quick. This will be a quick one.
Hey, that's our boy. I love this man.
So just reading the.
Hold on, sorry. It's important that I. There we go.
That's our boy.
He's going.
He's going.
Steve Bogan here.
He looks like the dude from the Lonely Island with the beard. You know, not the one with glasses. Not Andy Samberg. The third one.
The talented one.
Yes.
So just reading some news today, and something I have to comment on, and I hate to always go after like gays and trannies. You know what I mean? It's just like it seems a bit unfair, but you know what? These people write the articles. These people are doing this crap, so I have to comment. I have to jump on the bandwagon. I can't help myself.
He can't.
So yeah, what I was
Dusty,
reading,
shoot straight, guys.
So I'll just read you the first heading of this thing, right? It says, so the University of Technology Sydney has rolled out all gender bathrooms in support of gender diversity. What will be next, mate? But you gotta like, if you read further in the article, I guess it's just pathetic, really. I find it just fucking stupid. So let's continue. And sorry, you know, no one likes to hear a bloke sit here and read an article, but you know,
Actually, Dusty, that's incorrect. 99% of worthless content creators, even like ourselves, it's just guys reading articles.
So I just a little short clip because I wanted to cleanse the palate because what I'm about to do to you next is unfair.
No, come on, it's Friday.
It's
We're doing
unconscionable, and his name is Dilley.
Oh no, I don't get mad at Dilley. This isn't. Yeah, no, Dilley. Put Dilley under the category of funny to me.
Okay.
I love goofing on.
So
this
we have
idiot.
Dilley.
What a fool.
And we also have people that. Well, here, look. Let's play this. Real
Are we
quick.
getting into the Ann Vandersloot thing?
Well, she says some stuff about Dilley here. Now, who's Ann Vandersteel? She's a show host. This is the Steel Truth. Look how boomer this looks. Look how boomer this looks.
And by the way, Vandersteel, that can't be a real name, right? That's a totally made up name.
But look how boomer this looks. Seriously, look how fucking childish.
Look at how terrible her lighting and camera work is too.
Yeah, it's just really, really bad. All right, so she's on Dilley's side here. So let's check out
She's
this.
out there in Jupiter, Florida. Ugh.
Exactly.
Ew.
Gross.
Jupiter, Florida.
Gross.
Ugh. Any Florida town that doesn't have a beach nearby is just Jupiter.
True. People's actions, the deeds they do will show you who they are, because anybody can move their lips, but not everybody can do the things they do to actually show you that they're walking the talk. And it's really
Can we establish one thing though, right? You would, right? Would you?
Yeah.
I think I probably would.
Yeah.
She's holding up all right for an older broad.
Yeah, I would.
Jesus, this is going to get back to them. We're not nice people.
Who cares?
I forgot that people actually listen to the show now.
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
weird.
just say things like, "Yeah, she's holding up all right for an older broad." Like,
Yeah.
it's just,
I mean, how old is she? How old is she? Is she in her early 50s, you think?
she's got to be late 40s, yeah, early 50s.
Really fast? She's right there, right in
she's
that
got
groove.
she's got
Yeah.
that.
I don't know, man, because she has old lady neck though.
She's old lady eyes too.
Old lady eyes and old lady neck. She has old lady. She's an old lady.
Yeah, but that's why I was saying, for an old broad, she's all right though.
All right,
you could get it.
refreshing to hear someone of your stature talking like this, because I
Be careful. Mark Taylor might come after us. He is in Orlando.
Who is Mark Taylor?
I have no fucking
This
clue.
nigga looks like he does siding for a living. This guy looks like he owns a tree removal service.
You're right.
You guys want stump removal? Call Mark Taylor.
Every time you meet him, he smells like gasoline.
Mark Taylor looks like a guy that you rent a wrestling ring from.
Yes, rent, exactly.
Like any sort of carnival, pro wrestling, or like arcade accessories. He's just got like some old warehouse.
Now, if you get blood on it, you got to buy me a new mat.
do believe so many people hide behind the curtain of religion, and they claim to be religious and they claim to be a person of God and all this great stuff, and it all sounds great, but their deeds, fly in the face of everything they're talking about. So
faith without works is dead. Period. I mean, all throughout the Bible, the Lord put people in action, physical action, to do something.
That's right.
To take back that ground. So it may be tweeting something out. It may be emailing something. Not everybody has a certain gift. Everybody has their place in the army of God. You've got to find your place. What is your place? Not everybody's called to do interviews. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So,
but you are, right, Mark? You've been called?
I don't know. So far, I don't hate Mark.
All right, we'll see. You'll see.
Am I going to hate him?
You just got to find your place. What is it that God has called you to do to take action?
I just watched a Periscope. Brendan Dilley says this all the time. Some people are retweeters, some people are memers, some people get up and do Periscopes. Stay in your lane, do what you do best.
He's right.
Look at these fucking.
He's right.
Look
you
at
still
this.
like Mark and Ann Vandersteel?
I still don't hate Mark.
Okay.
I don't, because he seems like just a nice, sweet, dumb boomer
Right,
from Orlando. Probably, probably will let you, like I always say about stupid Dusty. Probably let you borrow his lawnmower and
Yeah,
then
you're
never
right.
ask for
Yeah.
it back like Flanders. But Dilley, look at this. Look at this network of losers.
I know. It's really embarrassing, isn't it?
Like, you realize that, right? I know you guys are, we're connected to Bill Mitchell. We've been to a CPAC. What have you two done? We're not losers. Like, you guys are fucking losers. Like, this is nerd shit. This is the nerds at the fucking sitting at the table, at the lunch table of the internet. You guys are fucking nerds.
And he's right. And he's right.
By the way, fucking Gary Gurgles, Florida's finest, right here.
And he is a man of God. He's a Christian, but he's not your, running to the church every Sunday kind of Christian. He's a man of his works.
Look, all right, he's a Christian, all right? He doesn't know about all this church bullshit. He doesn't have time for all this rigmarole of going to church every week, but he's a good man.
Guys, it's okay to lie, okay? It's fine to lie.
He sells a lot of coffee and stroke spoons.
Yeah.
For that, he's a man of God.
And his works deliver his word. It's not the word delivering the work. So it's, and this is what I think more people need to wake up to. Just because you don't show up every Sunday at 10 o'clock.
There has to be a special place in hell for an old MILF from Jupiter, Florida, who tries to invoke God's name in the same sentence as Brendan Dilley's, right? Like, there has to be, you have to go to hell for that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to. I mean, again, this is the same as evangelical stuff. It's the MAGA evangelicals. It's the same thing.
Institution doesn't mean you're not doing things.
By the way, look, I don't even like her. But can one of our fans make her an overlay? Just please help her out.
Yeah, help this woman out. Jesus Christ.
Give her something,
What
please.
a hideous layout.
Look at her fucking. It looks. You know what it looks like? Looks like an old Angel Fire site.
Yeah,
Doesn't it?
And
Like
her
with-
background is that look like floor mats for a Dodge Ram.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Or like fake leather seats in a Celica.
Through the hand of God, and you're not righteous.
What have those four walls done for us? It gave us
Exactly.
prayer taken out of schools. It gave us
That's
Roe
right.
versus Wade because they
All right.
refused
All right, I do hate this guy now. He's a dumb boomer.
to act on it because all they wanted was that 30 pieces of silver. So I'm sorry. I just, this is why people are leaving the church again.
Vandersteel kind of looks like Dixie Carter. That's know what, Frozen. I think you're right.
What
By
if
the-
it is Dixie Carter?
Oh no, new thing she's doing now.
This is how she's funding TNA.
I gave her
with fucking boomer bucks.
With her steel truth streams.
prophetic word that when Donald Trump was elected, a sign would be given because of who God had selected.
All right. See, then they do this thing like they connect Trump to being chosen by God. Like I'm like, come on, man. So that was
Trump has always been a man of God. Have faith in Jesus Christ whenever.
Now that was Vandersteel. That was the appetizer.
Speaking of men of God.
You ready to go into the main course?
Speaking of men of God.
You ready to go to the main course?
I'm ready to go to church, my nigga.
Let's do it.
How are you guys doing? Welcome to the Dilley Show. Come on in. It's Thursday. It's Thursday, February 7th, 2019. Come on in.
I just used my phone because I'm a piece of shit.
Oh, man. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the Dilley Show. I am your host and author, Brendan Dilley. Your resident, offensive, politically incorrect conservative.
Thank God, because, I was thinking the other day, last night we were having a talk off the air with Royce, and I was turning to Royce and I said, what there's not enough of on YouTube is MAGA conservatives who tell it like it is.
You're right.
Who are politically incorrect, and we'll just go there.
You know what? Why don't we call ourselves the bad boys of conservative comedy? To like everyone knows we're edgy. What do you think?
How about we just kill ourselves? How about we
Literally way easier.
End our lives?
It's way easier.
And this is the Dilley Show. Oh, man. What are you guys doing? I don't think the liberals have recovered from
what?
the
What this
epic
time?
ass fucking whooping they got on Tuesday night.
What ass
And if
were they physically beaten? Were they physically beaten with whips and put into the black cells? Because that would be awesome.
Yeah, then I would say that was awesome.
Oh, you meant the speech. Yeah, he really owned the libtards there, Dilley.
If you don't believe me, look at the propaganda news right now in full-fledged meltdown ever since. It's pretty amazing. With that being said, this is the Dilley Show, and we do something we call MAGA commerce around here. We connect pro-America, America.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the coffee ad.
Can somebody start a commerce website where you can connect guys like me and Royce with people who make good products? Oh, they have that's all Amazon.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Hey, my condolences to Jeff Bezos. I can't wait to see your dick pics.
Thanks, Jeff. Very cool.
Thanks, National Enquirer. Very cool. You hear they went after Ronan Farrow, too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love you, National Enquirer. If you need money for the legal fund, I'll chip in for that.
How will Woody Allen's son ever recover?
Country back, but you sit the fuck down. Like
Sit
you're
down.
not helping anybody. You want to go act like a liberal? Go be.
Okay. Wait. We got to back up. Who's
Why
he
is
talking to?
Was he mad about his...
Inherent sense of, well, I just want to make sure. I just feel like I need to interject my. No, you don't. Shut the fuck up. You're not useful. You're
Okay, I'm going back.
with a bunch of you cuck-servatives who came after me yesterday and went, Dilley, Joe Manchin stood. Really? You fucking.
still on this?
You're
Yeah,
defending
this is
the
a new
left
video.
again. Well, guess what? A bunch of you cucks are doing the same shit again, which is going under these tweets and going, well, I mean, it was just the era. Blackface wasn't. Like, shut the fuck up. Your enemy is on the ground. You've got your foot on their throat. Stop taking your foot off because you're defending them because you have this inherent sense of, well, I just want to make.
I hate him. Hey, fuckface. Hey, fuckface. Do you know why I don't go after people like that? Because I have my morals set in place. So I'm not going to go after Ralph Northam for blackface because I don't give a shit about blackface. I think everyone should do blackface every day. It's funny to me, so I don't care. By the way, there's never been a Virginia governor in the history of the world that didn't kind of hate black people.
Yeah, that's a good
put
point.
it out there. I will go after him for, saying it's cool to deliver a baby and then stab it in its frontal lobe. Well, I'll have that conversation, but it's called being morally consistent, Dilley. If a picture came out of Lindsey Graham in blackface and everybody went, oh my God, and you find out it's from his college days, I would be going, why are we even doing this? This is stupid.
Yeah, nobody cares.
So when it happens to Ralph Northam, I go, this is stupid. Can we stick to the thing where he said you could pull a baby out with forceps and then stab its brain?
Yeah, he's
poison.
Still, by the way, he's more upset at the response to his tweet than, you're right, than babies being murdered.
Can I be honest with you? Mm-hmm. Ever since we popped onto the scene, he's been showing signs of anger.
I know he's hurt us. I know we're getting to him. I know we are.
And we haven't even really focused
You're a phony, Dilley.
We've had so many other things going on. We really haven't actually turned the pressure of the vice grip on yet with him.
We haven't.
Because we've been so distracted. I think we could pop this grape easily.
Yeah. Let's see.
Sure, I just feel like I need to interject my... No, you don't. Shut the fuck up. You're not useful. You're hurting this.
Man of God, ladies
This is
and
why
gentlemen.
you've been getting your ass whipped for 40 fucking years.
Good Christian.
Because every time you have the enemy on the ground, your bitch ass goes, well, I'm just a sensible conservative, and I would never use a curse word, and I just don't want to cause... But shut the fuck up. You're done. Get your bitch ass back to
You
the
hear that?
sideline.
Dilley has decided who's in the movement now. Stay in your lane, conservative tards.
We got a €10 or pound, excuse me, super chat.
We need to convert that immediately because the EU is not doing good. Oh, no, it's pounds. Oh, yeah, let's hang on to that because Brexit.
It'll go up. Hope this from Jeremiah, the one who told me that I need to laugh more. Hope this show grows and she spells it wrong. Doesn't make me go completely gay.
That is pretty gay. That already is
gay.
pretty gay.
That's very gay.
Thank you for the money, but don't be gay.
Yeah, here you
go. Not around here.
And watch us take your country back. But you sit the fuck down. Like, you're not helping anybody.
You're not.
You want to go act like a liberal? Go be a fucking liberal. Otherwise, shut up. But I'm seeing this constantly.
All right,
like,
so
and
Matthew Littlejohn in the
it's
chat, he brings up a semi-valid point. It's different when leftists get caught in the blackface because they use race to win elections. I understand that.
Oh, yeah, I get
that. But
that.
that requires me to be a faggot and start using race to win elections. You see what I mean? Like, you can't attack them from that angle without being a faggot and being like them. I'm not going to be like them. I'll burn this whole fucking country to the ground with all of you in it before I start acting like them. Sorry. That's just the way it goes. If you want to be a leftist fag, start arguing like a leftist fag, please, God bless you, go be a leftist fag. But I am not going to start clutching my pearls over blackface on the almost 36th year I've had on this planet. I'm not now going to go, you know what, man? It's just not cool, bro.
Identity politics are gay no matter who does them.
Yeah, I'm
like
sorry.
that's it.
I'm out.
That's
check
it.
out. Why don't we stick to he said it's okay to deliver a baby and stab it in its face.
That's more important to
Can
me.
we stick to that one?
bizarre. They don't know how to fight, and you're always got that fucking awkward sense of moral superiority. And I've been getting the DMs still. Don't send me your fucking Bible verses telling me that I am misusing my language for
Man of God, remember, the one they were defending Dilley of being a man of God earlier. Just remember that.
the curse words and also my willingness to discuss God. Fuck right off. I don't care how old you are. You're 75 and you're a Dilley fan, but I gotta send you this. Honestly, Mima, Get the fuck out of my scope. Stop DMing me Bible verses telling me to stop cursing.
Man of God. Good
He-
man.
and by the
Christian
way,
man. He doesn't need to go to church, Royce. He lives through his deeds like Christ did.
You know, this is us getting to him, and he's taking it out on his boomer fans already. And like you said, we haven't even given it 2%. We haven't even given it 2%.
We really haven't. It really haven't. It's like when you send the first recon team into like Grenada just to probe their defenses, and then they call you over the radio in an hour and go, "No, we just took it over." It was really weird. They surrendered almost immediately. It was really weird.
It's like when you just send one Zerg out to unlock the map. You know what I mean?
And then you realize, wait a minute, hang on. I think I could just kill this guy.
Yeah,
He's
I
really
got it.
bad at this.
Yeah, he's not good at this at all.
Okay? We're not gonna be friends after this. Next one of you motherfuckers that sends that to me, I'm blocking you. I don't give a shit whose great grandmother you are. Don't send me anymore. Okay?
Christian guy, Brendan.
I'm like done with you. I'm okay. Fucking return my book. Fuck off. Bye-bye. Toodaloo. But I'm getting them daily still, and you're the reason that people fucking recoil from the church.
All right,
and
pause.
recoil.
I need everybody who's not blocked.
Okay.
By Brendan Dilley to tweet him right now and say, "But Joe Manchin stood."
Yes. Okay, but how do we? Okay, what's his Twitter? Somebody find me his Twitter.
Everyone tweet him and go, "Hey, Brendan, big fan, bro, but you do know that Joe Manchin did stand, though, right?" Like, just
yes.
Everybody find a different way to say the same annoying thing. I want to see.
Tag us in it, please.
Bombard him. And if you tag at ROTC Radio in him, we'll retweet you.
We will. I promise you, we will retweet you. You
go get yourself some followers today by fucking with Dilley. Just go like, "Hey man, I don't know if you were aware, but you know Joe Manchin did actually stand during the State of the Union."
I'm trying.
And
to
then tell him not to curse. Someone stop cursing so much. He's much more likable.
Somebody tell me his fucking in the chat. Somebody find me his Twitter, please.
Somebody also, one of you guys should take the tact of like, "Hey man, I don't appreciate the way you're attacking your fans. I bought your book. You owe me." Write something like that. I guarantee you he'll fucking flip the fuck out.
Yeah, there you go. Let's do that.
Be like, "I bought your book. I spent money on you. I should have a say," and he'll lose his
it's Real Hub Life. Real Hub Life at Real Hub Life. Here I'm gonna post a link here in the chat if you guys want. Here you go. Real Hub Life.
Jim Edward, I bought your book. I own you now. I'm your boss.
Real Hub Life.
Yeah, everyone tell Brendan Dilley that Joe Manchin did in fact stand during the State of the Union, and he's factually a liar. He's a liar. Call him a liar.
You can tag us at ROTC Radio. Okay, at ROTC Radio. It's at Real HUBLIFE. Okay, back to this.
Ghost House says he blocked anyone following Mersh. I think he went into my followers and blocked everybody. That's pretty good.
This is gonna be fun.
Dilly.
This is gonna be fun. Sorry, let's hear Tough Guy.
I'm like done with you. I'm okay. Fucking return my book. Fuck off. Bye-bye. Toodaloo. But I'm getting them daily still, and you're the reason that people fucking recoil from the church and
Wyatt Earps says MAGA's dead. Move on, people.
recoil from the Republican Party. You 100% are the person that ran all of the middle American people that were independents and like conservative morally. You're the ones that ran them out of church, out of the fucking Republican Party, and they sprinted.
Someone goes, who wrote his book? Ironically, also Brad Trackman.
Brad Trackman has a fucking real
Kidding.
storied career of writing terrible books.
Into the middle, and now some of them are getting consumed by the left. You did that, so shut up. Just fucking shut up. You fucking ruined the country. Let us
Let
fix
Dilley
it, okay?
save it. Let
you
Dilley
fucked it
save
up.
the world.
We're gonna fix it, and we're gonna save your fucking your party because you ruined it.
No. You're ruining this country. You're the reason Trump's not going to get reelected. You and the Vandersteels and all you stupid idiots, you're the reason why. Stop trying to be cool. This is a kid who thinks cursing is cool. You know what I mean? Like he thinks all you have to do to be funny is curse or to be edgy, say fuck. That's not how it works, Brendan. Brendan, stop trying to be edgy or cool. You're a fucking loser that looks like a Geico caveman. You get that? Somebody else with butthole eyes, Mike. You were talking about butthole eyes?
Okay. So I'm just warning you guys. I feel like I've given adequate warning on this. Like, there's plenty of discussion where I've said, hey, man, you don't really want to slide in my DMs with this shit. And I try to be nice. I try to ignore people. But now I'm just going to cut you off from all the entertainment and real news. You can fuck right off back to Fox. You just go.
So we have some stuff coming in from Obi-Wan Keck Obi. Hey, at Real Hub Life, Manchin stood in the State of the Union. Then he tagged us. Retweet. Real Hub Life, but Joe Manchin did stand up. Thank you at No Follow-Ups 1. Retweet. Spookterte says, Hey, Real Hub Life. Hey, bud, huge fan. Drink Kafifi every morning. But you know Joe Manchin stood, right? You really shouldn't attack your fans, bro. Retweet. Legal Latino. Hey, Dilley, I don't appreciate cursing so fucking much during your show. I used to enjoy it until you started being angry. I guess those guys from ROTC were right about you.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Oh, no, I just refreshed. Hold on.
Oh, there's more. Yeah,
at Liberty Bay 9. Hey, Brendan, Joe Manchin did indeed stand up during the State of the Union. He really did. Then they tagged us, Protokilla. I've seen Joe Manchin stand and applaud. Just saying, homie, at ROTC. At Austin HD... Austin H. Devour.
Yeah. They really are pouring in.
Hey, really enjoyed your book, but Joe Manchin stood. Phil Chang. You know Joe Manchin stood up, right? Tactical Discord. Dilley, my boy. You were talking some cash money shit on stream, but Manchin stood up during the State of the Union. Come on, man. ERA. Love the scopes, Dilley. Enjoy a nice hot cup of Kafifi coffee in the morning. But, dude, you got to be nicer to your fans, bro. Retweet.
Oh, no. He's getting also a lot of regular tweets. I think he's live right now.
Retweet. Is he?
He's got to be because people are tweeting out. There's a lot of legit tweets going at him right now, almost like he's live.
All right, let's see. I could check because I am not blocked. I am not blocked. Let's see. He was just live. He did a little 20-second thing, yeah.
Yeah, because there were some people that were.
Sorry. All right, sorry, Dilley. We didn't even interrupt you.
Go over there and be like, oh man, fuck, Fox only tells me the news that Dilley was reporting 3 months earlier. Yeah, that's right. Anywho, blackface. Okay, that's my tangent about defending the people who are doing blackface. Blackface is fucking racist, all right? This was not done in jest. The shit that I am seeing, whether it's the governor of North Carolina, the fucking governor of Virginia, his attorney general apparently, fucking Joy Behar.
Well, first off, Dilley, you're wrong. See, this is why you want to be Mr. Edgy Guy. Sometimes blackface is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
So, it is.
Especially when you do like a mammy voice.
Yeah. You don't. That's why you don't judge. That's why I don't care. If it's funny, it's funny. Who cares? Who gives a shit, Dilley? Oh, Mike, my phone is vibrating a lot.
Yeah, there's
Dilley, my dude. Why so salty with your fans? Manchin did stand up after all. He's on our side. Carrie Taylor retweeted. Calservative. Hey, Dilley. Joe Manchin did stand. Make soap great again by cleaning out your mouth. At ROTC Radio. Thank you. Mob Tech. Hey, for those of you who bought your book, you owe us less swearing, mate.
You owe us less swearing.
Bear fag bear. I'm pretty sure Joe Manchin stood for the State of the Union, Dillster. Retweet. Ro G. Bivens. Hey, Dilley, huge fan. But you do realize Joe Manchin stood at the State of the Union. P.S. Your frequent swearing is turning people away. ROTC, do you swear like that in your book? May not be able to purchase. Retweet. Very funny. Legal Latino Heat. You're becoming an embarrassment to the MAGA movement. We are going to go ahead and disavow you from the MAGA movement. Kafifi coffee tastes like Ruth Bader Ginsburg's ashes. Retweet.
Such irritating people.
Woo!
I'm sure he's gonna just be sitting there mashing that block button over and over again.
From Ginger McQueen. You told grandmothers to keep Bible verses out of your DMs. And Vandersteel, you told everyone you are a man of God. I'm not sure, but I think she may be lying about more than just working for the Trump campaign. Vandersteel apparently got caught lying that she was working for the Trump campaign.
Ginger McQueen throws shade. I like her. It's kind of hot.
Pinochet. Hey, me and the kids would watch more often, but you have really started going strong with the curse words. The whole family will be praying for you. Retweet. And then we have, hey, Dilley, Mansion did stand. I bought your book, so you kind of owe us. Thank you, TM Majestic. Eddie, Kate Eddie. Hey, man, I've been defending you against these ROTC guys. As a fan, I'm upset with you. I've seen with my own eyes that Joe Manchin stood like a man. He stood. He fucking stood. I was there. You're wrong. Josh Duran, hey, you foul-mouthed faggot. You shouldn't curse at your fans. What would POTUS think? Just think about how many of us have bought your book. Just think how many books. By the way, even Manchin stood. Retweet. All right, back to Dilley, then I'll go back to the tweets. They don't stop coming in.
All of these people have one thing in common. They're fucking Democrats that are racist. They come from a fucking party that was founded by the KKK.
Again, the same talking points. These same fucking MAGA turning point talking points.
All of them have the same thing in common. They're all inherent racists, okay? Same thing with Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. All of them fucking racists. And here we are. We're at the 4th level right now for Virginia. The first guy wants to murder babies and dresses up as either a Klan member or a black person with blackface, okay? That's the first guy. That's your current governor. The second guy in charge.
Exactly, John Smith. Democrats are the real racists. We know. We know, Dilley boy. We know.
Forcibly shoved his dick down some woman's throat and fucking sexually assaulted her. And the party and the fucking leaders of the party.
By the way, guys, if you get blocked by Dilley, do me a favor. Take that screenshot and let me see. I would love, because he's going to block every one of these people. Every one of them. I think we've come to the end of the show, Mike. Can you believe that?
Well, yeah, I do believe it.
All right,
we did a show in 2 hours.
Just fucking work with me.
But you said something dumb. I mean, it's a believable thing. It's not like
First
you said,
off,
whoa, oh my God, we're at the end of the show and now we're on Mars. Like, that would be unbelievable. How did we end up on Mars when we never left the studio?
Couple things.
It's believable that we did a 2-hour show and it's now over.
Everybody in the chat, press H to say hi to POTUS. Hi, POTUS. Brendan, guess what? We have a lot of free time now. Dilley boy, the Dillster. So don't worry. Don't worry, my friend. You can, of course, help us out by going to Patreon. Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry is a great way. Mike, Nightwave tonight?
Yes, there will be a Nightwave tonight. Subscribe. Where I'm going to give you the link.
And, of course, help get me up to 1,000 with my Daywave channel, youtube.com/Daywave Live. I do that show every morning at 10 a.m. Even if you can't listen, subscribe anyway. Watch the episodes later. I've been taking down tarot card readers in the morning. Everybody, they're terrified, even in Spanish. They all go down. Anything else we need to plug?
No,
I'm trying to think. Of course, always subscribe to our friends. Porcelain, Count Cucula. Give me some more, Mike. Give me some more.
Legal Latino.
Pod Awful.
Pod Awful.
And if we forgot you, we don't like you. No, I'm just kidding. We like you, but, we just...
Our boy A.G. Luck.
There's another one. We'll be back on Monday. Thank you, everybody, for listening.